everyone, this is Parker Wrestling Talk. Now, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about wrestling, we're gonna talk about rumors, we're gonna talk about like nights after pay-per-views, go over next week's Raw, or not next week, sorry. Like we're gonna go over pay-per-views results, rumors, but we're not gonna do it today, we're probably gonna do it currently it's April 23rd, 2026 right now, but we're probably gonna do that on like rumors and stuff like near for next pay-per-view on May 9th, main roster versus main roster WWE shows. So do not ask like, why Parker, why is it why are you not talking about NXT, why are you talking about this company, this company, this company, this company? This is going to be solely just WWE main roster, pay-per-views, rumors, and that's pretty much it. And sometimes Raw, SmackDown. I don't have a schedule. It's probably going to be once or twice a week. This is going to be the first episode, and I know it's late. I don't care. That I'm going to review some wrestling. We have some reports. Not reports, but we have results, and I'm going to talk about it with you, okay? So, number one, we have on night two, no, not night two, I'm sorry. This is only one take, by the way, so this is my first time, so okay. WrestleMania Night 1, I'm just going to tell you the match, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts and what happened. For Usos and LA Knight, versus ISO Speed and Logan Paul and Austin Theory representing the Vision. So, what I would take from this match is that there is not enough. I get it was a little fun, raffing 1 hour free ESPN numbers so people can watch free for about an hour. Realistically, it's going to be less because of the amount of commercials, where I think it's beyond stupid. The amount of commercials, it's stupid, idiotic. I don't know why. I understand if you're trying to advertise Hulk Hogan, but I don't think it should go on for, I've looked it up, about like 40 to 46 minutes. I think that's dumb, but I understand he's Hulk Hogan, he's a legend, RIP, but overall, I think for Usos versus Logan Paul and the Usos and LA Knight versus the Vision and ISO Speed, I think they could have done more with since Danhausen cursed ISO Speed. I would have liked it if there was more bad luck and if it was like just like something messed up, like the ring was messed up or like some stupid stuff happened. I believe that yes, it was the right result, 100%. I think that match could have gone for about like 10 minutes longer, give or take. As long as they developed the story, I think it was way too short. I think it was like 10 minutes, give or take, probably less than that. I guess you guys can fact check me on it. But yeah, that was great. ISO Speed got cost the accidentally hit Logan Logan Paul that screwed over Austin Theory, that lined him up to the BFT that got the pin by LA Knight to Austin Theory. So then after that, Logan Paul and Austin Theory of Vision went to ISO Speed, started beating the poop out of him nonstop, or beating the crap, whatever you want, out of him a lot, and to a point that the Usos and LA Knight had to step in, helped them, took out Austin Theory, took out Logan Paul. Logan Paul was originally going to use table to jump on ISO Speed, but however, the baby faces, those are good guys if you guys don't know, and heels are bad guys, again if you don't know. They lined him up, Logan Paul showed up, ISO Speed landed, jumped on the announce table, destroying it with Logan Paul. That was fun, I guess. There was a little Eden celebration, but I think they sometimes overdo it, but it's fine. Next is Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. Okay, I think it was pretty stupid that there was no blood. I know it's going to be like, but Helene Parker, kids are watching. This is going on. This is going on. I'm sorry, but you're trying to tell me how someone is getting kind of hit in the head with tools, screwdrivers and stuff, and they did not, and for some reason they did not have any blood when it was probably like the most violent story. Well, not the most violent, but like it's been going on for months. But like, who attacked this? If there's blood sometimes get involved, it shouldn't have been blood overall, like in the match, because unsanctioned. If you guys don't know what unsanctioned means, it's kind of like no disqualification, no hold balls, no rules. And apparently WWE is not responsible where it is, but wrestling is scripted. Just get so yeah. So overall, Jacob Fatu ended up doing his finishing move through a table. The Slim Jim table, you slap it and break it, because Slim Jim needs a sponsor on tables. I think it's stupid, kind of, as on tables, and you constantly have to hit it specifically on a Slim Jim table, and there's like a million things annoying. I think that's a bit annoying sometimes, but again, that's just me. I think overall that match was barely good. I don't think it was really that good. I think it was like, what, 10? I think it was over 10 minutes. It was terrible, really short. It should have been like probably 30 minutes or longer. It shouldn't have been like blood. There shouldn't have been like turf. There shouldn't have been like a kayfabe injury or something along the lines of that. Obviously, they can't just like purposely make the other person injured, because that'd be screwed up. But I think it should have been a lot more violent and a bit long. That's my opinion, but who knows? Okay. Next match. Stephanie Vicker and Liv Morgan. Okay, I really liked that Liv Morgan had a new entrance theme. I think at first I hated it. At first I thought it was sucked. I'm not going to lie to you. But I think it fits her as a character. As long as it's not like the same song with all those people. I know it's WrestleMania, but like, as long as it's not like that, that's fine. But like on Raw, it wasn't like that, so that's cool. I got onto it. It was pretty cool. Overall, I think it fits her character. I'm slowly starting to like it, but I know it's pretty cool. Stephanie Vicker, generic entrance, it's alright. I think she is a bit overrated. Hot take. I don't think she's good as people say she is. But however, I will say that Liv Morgan did win from a distraction of Ricardo Rodriguez. That didn't work. And also a distraction from Roxanne Perez, suicide dive by Stephanie Vicker. Stephanie Vicker, I'm sorry if I say that name wrong. It's hard to pronounce, in my opinion, but that's just me. Got distracted, almost got hit with Oblivion with Morgan's finisher off the ropes. Missed. I think she got hit with it. Then she kicked out at 2. Then eventually after like 2 minutes, she got Liv Morgan through like some cheating tactics, got her on the ropes, due to her finisher, pinned her to 3, had a good celebration. Dominic in the rest of Judgment Day was celebrating with her. I think that was the right decision that she won, me personally. So far, I thought these were all right decisions. And now let's go with the AJ Lee and Becky Lynch match. I think that was alright. I'm not going to say that this was 5 stars, because it wasn't. I think it could have been better, but it was beyond too short. That sucked. I think it could have been 10-15 minutes longer. It had so much storyline. Come on, this ain't Vince McMahon era where women only had like, what, 2 minutes, sometimes 5-minute matches. At the beginning, yeah, super cool, but over time it got more and more, to a point that women main evented WrestleMania. But I think it's an amazing decision, honestly, in my personal opinion. But you guys believe you want, I don't care. I do care, but yeah. But however, I think that this match could have been longer. Storytelling was a bit longer. I think it was a good decision that Becky Lynch won because from Team Tactics, she buckled the turnbuckle. Accidentally, she got hit. Injury got hit. Then we had Becky Lynch's finisher, hit her main heel slam, pin her to a 1, 2, 3. Then, however, Becky Lynch became a 3-time Intercontinental Women's Champion. Cool. Then, the entrances, in my personal opinion, it was alright. I think it was. I learned something. That if you have kids come out as your entrance, you're gonna lose. It's worse than the Danhausen Matt curse or anything like that. Do you guys ever realize that? Because I'm gonna give you an example. I don't know how long you guys been watching wrestling. If you've been watching wrestling more in a long time, like around a decade, maybe a decade, like I have. But I'm gonna give you one example. WrestleMania 39. This is gonna sound screwed up. It was John Cena versus Austin Theory. Austin Theory won and retained his United States Championship. But John Cena had a bunch of Make-A-Wish kids for their wish to see John Cena wrestle at WrestleMania, and they saw him lose. That's insane. That was like, I think, the last official Mania. It got leaked that, WrestleMania 40. It was right before WrestleMania 40. It got leaked that this man was technically in charge till WrestleMania 40, but those are just rumors. I'll get into that one day. Overall, the match was decent. I thought it could have been better, but alright. Okay, so Jesus, there's a lot of people, so please, Nia Jax, Legend versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and versus the Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie Bell. But however, if you didn't hear the rumors, there was a good chance that the Bella Twins were not going to be in there because Nikki was injured. But I think that was a fake injury. So he interfered and hit one of the people with a little clutch. But let's just ignore that logic and pretend it never happened. Alright, but the mystery person was Paige. I personally did not care at all. I never was like a big fan of her. I'm not gonna lie to you, I forgot her existence. I know I completely forgot that she used to be SmackDown GM for a tiny bit. She was a former Divas champion of time. That's what women champions were, very cool divas. Long story. To end it, I started watching as soon as the diva thing ended. But however, Bayley, I thought at first, because I didn't know that I thought it was fake that she was injured, but wherever I thought Bayley was going to win. But however, as soon as I saw Paige in Brie Bell, I don't know why this is random teams. I thought that was stupid. Hopefully there's going to be a storyline with it. I don't know. And they lost. I mean, they did win. The Paige and Brie Bell won the Women's Tag Team Championships. We are not seeing on Raw. I think that's stupid because we should have saw them on Raw, but whatever. TKO, they suck, but okay. So, however, everyone is review. Let me see. Let me read this report. Nigeria got got hit by a clutch from Nikki Bella because she was quote-unquote injured, but once again, WWE's kayfabe sometimes, aka scripted. And, Nia Paige took advantage of that, did a finisher move. I forgot what it was called. I don't know what it's called. I need to go back and look. Then, won. Alright. To continue. Oh, my bad. I forgot a match. Alright. So, Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Overall, this was a good match. I think it could have been going on for 30 minutes or so, but we cut it for the Hulk Hogan documentary commercial because we can't go around with that. without documentaries. Ding ding. And Gunther versus Swans. I think that was probably the best match of his tonight, but how it ended was that Braun Breaker made a return, speared Seth Rollins. Gunther capitalized means took advantage of, and put Seth Rollins in a sweeper, making him pass out and making Seth Rollins lose, and Gunther with victory. Let's be honest, I think that was a correct decision because the guy just retired in the span of 6-7 months. So funny. They retired Goldberg, John Cena, and AJ Styles. But yeah, that was it. Okay. Main event, probably the worst decision ever. It was beyond stupid. Seth Orton versus Rhodes. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. It ended off with Pat McAfee. I thought it was a hot take. I thought it was actually a good decision for him because I thought it was hilarious. Pat McAfee interfered. There was blood. I liked it, kind of. There was blood. I thought it was kind of like they shouldn't have had that with the other matches, but whatever. Randy Orton lost. Don't know why. I think that he shouldn't have won. I think it would have been better. Especially how after he RKO'd Pat McAfee, I don't even understand what the point of that was. There's no explanation. Maybe they're going to go over that tomorrow, but I don't know. They decided to have Cody Rhodes take advantage, crossroad Randy Orton after no idea how many. Randy Orton did this amazing RKO earlier, jumping in there. That was amazing. When Cody Rhodes jumped in the air tried to do a Cody cutter, it turned into an RKO. That was amazing. But that was early in the match. But however, ended up with Cody Rhodes winning. Terrible decision. But that did not end it. It ended with Cody Rhodes about to retrieve the title. Randy Orton took it, hit Cody Rhodes' face with it, then punt kicked him in the skull, some reason, and ended up standing tall, raising the W Championship. I don't know why it's called that. It was Universal. They pretended like Universal title never existed, but sure, WWE Championship. It's not, but whatever. It's now called WWE Championship. Cool. And but however, Randy Orton somehow stood tall over Cody Rhodes, even though he lost. There's no point. I think it would have been better if he won, but oh well. Who cares? Night 2 of WrestleMania. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. So I thought that was a really fun match. I liked the time of it. It was like 5 minutes, probably less. Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. Obafemi was pretty much destroying him most of the match. Lesnar, however, did a couple suplexes. Obafemi stood up. I guess kind of no-sold it. But Lesnar all ended off with Brock Lesnar lifting him up out of nowhere. At 5, he got distracted, or Brock Lesnar was getting distracted in his own head. He decided to, hey, we lost. That was cool. No, yay, we won. Like, kind of like fraction, like we're about to win. Obafemi started struggling to stand up, but I thought it was perfect because WWE couldn't have had him to stand up. I thought it was amazing that was struggling to stand up. So after that, he picked him up, and Obafemi picked him up, did his finisher, 1, 2, 3, Obafemi won. But however, as you saw, after the match, shockingly, surprising to me, I thought me and probably every single WWE fan thought he was going to get retired by Gunther because of a deal with Paul Heyman, and Gunther made Gunther do the entire match with Seth Rollins. And one of the favorites, we don't know yet. I thought it was going to be him facing Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, but maybe it's still going on. Probably not. Or probably will, I don't know. And Brock Lesnar ended up, before he left, just took off his gloves, took out his boots, so only had a sock on, raved, saying, bye. And then he embraced and hugged Paul Heyman. Everyone was saying thank you, wrestler. It was a touching moment. I was shocked. It was a hug, emotional moment for Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, because think about it, they were like friends for what, over 20 years, give or take. And yeah, it walked out, and that was it for Brock Lesnar. Done. He left. Okay, that was a pretty good moment. The Penta versus Javon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rusev versus Rey Mysterio. I thought this match was decent. I thought it was probably pretty good. But however, I thought it could once again go longer. But don't forget, we need the Hulk Hogan commercials. I am a real American, whatever. Then it kind of Penta won after the Mexican Destroyer on Verada. That was cool. There's Mexican Destroyer suicide dives off Verada. People broke through ladders. That was cool. In the end, I think the right person won. Penta won. Verada got it because she needed him. But before that, I know I shouldn't have mentioned this in night one, but whatever. That Bianca Belair got pregnant. Basically, John Cena was the host of WrestleMania. I thought he could have done more because he was just always announced as like the audience was significantly less than last year, shockingly. And shockingly to no one because the ticket prices are beyond expensive. And that I think TKO was going to raise it more, apparently, I don't know. It was even more insane, honestly. And we decided to just have John Cena just announce the amount of tickets sold and audience numbers, and just say welcome to WrestleMania, and that was it. Like, oh yeah, like for example, WrestleMania 27. The Rock interacting with other wrestlers. That WrestleMania sucked. That was the worst WrestleMania ever. I thought that was terrible. WrestleMania 27, worst WrestleMania. I'll argue 27 and 9 is pretty close to being worse, but whatever. Also, that Bianca Belair is pregnant. Congratulations. I hope she has a beautiful baby. When Montez Ford, take as long as they need. Now I know. So that kind of told me that Rhea Ripley was going to win. Because everyone knew in the beginning, but just confirmed it. I think it was going to be probably Bianca Belair, which was going to take the title, but realistically it's not now. So it became Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. I think that was cool. I think we had almost interferences. We had Io Sky help out. And with a Riptide. 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley won. Celebration with Io Sky. Title raise. That was cool. But I think it was time because Jade Cargill, even though I wasn't a fan of, I'm not really, or at the time, not a big fan of Rhea Ripley, because of Liv Morgan and her run, rivalry went on for like a year. It was terrible. I hated it. And also we guess we'll have a new chapter. I wonder how that's gonna read. I bet it's gonna be great. Who knows? I'm sure he's gonna have a great reign. Jade Cargill's reign sucks. He defended like 2 times, once or twice, maybe 3 in total of 100+ days. I know it was crazy, probably more than that. And next, that was a cool match, whatever. Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. Next match for the United States Championship was Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. I had no idea who was going to win. I went with Trick Williams. I was hoping. I didn't know. I thought that, honestly, that Trick Williams could have lost, but I'm very happy he won. I picked him. And yeah, he won with his finisher. I forgot what it's called. And the trick shot, sorry. Then in the end, Sami Zayn was going to do Hoover kick, trick shot, 1, 2, 3. That's what ended. It was terribly short. I liked how he decided just to attack little y'all see, I forgot the celebrity's name. He just, Sami Zayn was supposed to be a good guy. He just attacked the celebrity for just being there. No idea why. I think that screwed him over. That's the reason why he lost, probably. He was being Trick Williams down. Trick Williams pretending to be scared, playing possum. Then Sami Zayn tried to smooth kick him, trick shot. 1, 2, 3. We have a new United States champion. Finn Balor versus Dominic. Alright. Still for night 2. This match was weird. The Demon came out. The Demon Finn Balor after 2-3 years, give or take. He returned, and no, yeah, it was 39. Yeah, 3 years. Yeah, 3 years away from a Demon, and it was a street fight. I thought they could have done more. That was a short match. I thought the Judgment Day could have got involved. That would have been cool. But overall, everyone predicted it. The Demon won. A few accrued goal through a table of Dominic. It was like he kept doing like, I don't know why Finn Balor had his tongue keep doing non-stop wrestling face paint. I thought I was like, huh? Like, what was the point? Like, what? Why are we 5 seconds like non-stop? I mean, non-stop. Okay, cool. You do you. Main event time. This main event I thought was funny, give or take. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I thought it was funny. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. That was funny, stupid, and good. I thought it was good that Roman Reigns won. The Bloodline came back next night, so that was cool. CM Punk decided to fight. Some reason, you know how it was a normal match, just remember that, you know, when the ref counts to 10. Some reason the ref kept getting going out of the ring non-stop when the ref was supposed to count to 10, but whatever. I have no idea why. It was funny. The guy has a decent haircut. I thought it was terrible. I'm sorry, that might be weird. And the ref kept deciding to go out. Sign said, don't do that. Then it ended up with blood. That was cool. He cut it. Yeah, CM Punk's head was just bleeding. He obviously ref fixed it without showing it because the blood magically disappeared, or most of it magically later. But however, some reason after like 20 Superman punches or whatever by Roman Reigns, he hit him with steel steps. That should have been a disqualification, but the commentary said, well, you see, it's the main event, so we're going to do some leeway. When has that ever happened in the history of WWE when there was a disqualification, besides like 4 to 5 years ago with Roman Reigns and Otis? That was questionable. I think it was Otis, I don't remember. A couple years ago when he tagged with Jey Uso, before the Bloodline thing during COVID era. The pandemic sucked. Besides the Bloodline saved it, and Roman Reigns surprised me. A while ago, Roman Reigns was hated, but however, let's stay on topic. Roman Reigns not getting disqualified somehow. That made me laugh. They kept like hidden finishers with finishers non-stop. I thought that was good. I thought Roman Reigns kicked out the ref. Some reason, not the steel stairs, not any of that. When CM Punk threw his little wristband or tape, whatever, threw it on the ground, the ref decided to pick that up, the piece of paper, first distracted, but not still steps, nothing, got distracted, then CM Punk road Roman Reigns, aka like, if you don't know, like kind of like a road to the nuts. Then a GTS, I thought it was gonna be over. I thought it was, but however, in the end, it ended off with the GNT. CM Punk passed out, and that was it. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry. the Roman Reigns eventually took advantage of that situation, then won the match, and that was it. Overall, I thought that match, night one, a 3 out of 10. That match sucked. Night one sucked. That was probably one of the worst night 1, night 2 pay-per-views ever of WrestleMania. That one was beyond stupid. And night 2 was amazing. It was good. I thought I had every single decision right. I got 13 out of 14 matches right. It was amazing. Or 11 out of 12, sorry. Matches out, it was amazing. I loved it. But yeah, that's really it. I thought this match could have been better. If you ask me, this match could have been better. The show in general, WrestleMania could have been better, if you ask me. But the other side was like, well, I don't know if it can be better because of this, but I'd love to know how you feel. I still think, I know I've circled back that Roman, okay, let me just tell you this. With the Hulk Hogan documentaries, I didn't get to see it because the channel I was on was a shown commercial break of some sounds, whatever, it was cool. Apparently for other people, they kept seeing Hulk Hogan for almost 50 minutes of Hulk Hogan ads. Just remember, the longest match was the CM Punk and Roman Reigns match. That was about 34 minutes. And that was not longer than the Hulk Hogan commercial. Just remember that. Hulkamania, you think that Hulk Hogan would let the new generation grow? Not even beyond the dead. He still comes and does that. I thought that was ridiculous. That was, when I heard that was funny. Also, what I thought was funny or not funny, but like when everyone was on X, Instagram, YouTube, you name the app, it was there, people were pissed that Cody Rhodes won. That way, I was mad, annoyed, but I'm not one of those Twitter warriors, or X, whatever you like to call it, but I'm not warriors, but like one of those people who had give proof and post on X. Sometimes I will, but barely. And that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is episode 1, WrestleMania. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys loved it. And yeah, this is Parker Wrestling Talk. This is remember, before I go, this is exclusively for WWE. New rumors, reports, we'll probably do it once or twice a week. This is just a test subject, so I might go next week. I don't know. Most likely I will. With any rumors, I might go over SmackDown. So I might go over it Sunday. I might come back Sunday. But that's it. Because Saturday I'm busy. Friday I'm busy. So yeah. Well, I hope all of you guys have a good day. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I will be hope you guys like it. If you guys want, you guys can give me, if you guys leave in the comments, give me your hot takes, give me your feedback, all of that. I will read every single comment. I might even like some of them, don't know, maybe all of them, depends what the comment is. And yeah, have a wonderful day. I hope whoever's watching this is gonna have a good day, and peace.